Boy, am I gonna have a time this episode. Arsenal fans, we're gonna have a time this episode. Like, you can already, where I go, I can see people wearing their Arsenal tops. The Arsenal fans have got a little pep in their step. Like, they're just, no pun intended, they're just happy, happy to be here, living life, living large, living and maintaining. You know what I mean? And it's just like, ugh. It feels so good to be an Arsenal fan, but Liverpool fans, City fans, and United fans, don't worry, I got you. I brought you lot a buzzball this episode, right? I brought you lot a buzzball this episode because it's been a rough week. It's been a rough ass week for you lot. So we're gonna do the honours and we're gonna pour it up for you lot. But oh my god, buzzballs be making a mess when you open it. It's like, oh my god, why? It's actually not by force. Anyways, let's do the honours and crack the buzzball open. Ooh. Hear the sound of that, United fans, Liverpool fans, City fans. I don't know which one was better. You know that hate watch where City lost, Chelsea lost, Liverpool lost? No, I don't think it was City. I think it was Liverpool, Chelsea, and United. And then Arsenal won. Or this one. I think this one hits more because we had like a North London derby at the back of it. And it was like, it just hit different. It hit different. But anyways, I've got my little buzzball for the United, Liverpool and City fans. So, I don't know what you lot are drinking. The buzzball gonna do it. But if you want to get the raise, I ain't gonna knock it. I'm not gonna knock it, innit? So anyways, I even got my martini glass for you lot. We're skipping the wine glass today. And we're gonna do a martini glass because it's been a rough week for you. I told ya, get the martini, yeah. So anyways, we're gonna pour it up. Just look at that bad boy. What if Chelsea scored another goal? Okay, 2-0. Look at that bad boy. But anyways, Liverpool fans, City fans, United fans, let's take a sip. Let's take a sip because what a rough weekend for you lot. Not for an Arsenal fan though. Chelsea, your L is coming. Don't worry. We're gonna discuss that. But, ooh, you lot, let the buzzball hit the spot. But anyways, let's kick it off. We've got to talk about the North London derby. It was high stakes. Let's be real. It was high stakes. It was a thing where, as an Arsenal fan, we definitely didn't want to hear, oh, Gabriel's injured. We don't have Gyökeres. Where is Havertz? Or where is Martinelli? Where we're missing key players. No. Arsenal fans were not trying to hear that this time. We weren't trying to hear it. We built a squad and real title contenders are able to win games when key players are missing. That's what, a winning team is able to do. And so it was a question where, can Arsenal turn up at the North London derby and beat Spurs, spank Spurs without key players like Gabriel and without obviously a striker, which is Gyökeres. And you already know, I wasn't worried. I already knew Arsenal were going to win. It was just a case of how much. Do you know what I mean? And Arsenal really, silenced the critics. They silenced all of the media outlets and they beat Tottenham 4-1. What a severe spanking. Oh, how can I forget? Tottenham fans, let's add you to the list. I was only talking about City, Liverpool and United fans, but Tottenham fans, you lot need to take a sip as well. In fact, you lot might have to sip the most. you lot might have to sit the most because, woo, 4-1, pain in your chest, pain in your left breast. So we're going to even take a sip for Tottenham fans as well. But yeah, Arsenal did what they had to do. They proved that they could do this with key players missing. And to me, they are a title challenging team. And Arsenal have no choice but to win the title. For me, I feel like they're going to do it. It's a big statement, but it's like, from what I'm seeing, I can't see where it all goes wrong. I think if it does go wrong, it's probably going to go tits up around March, April, when the pressure's starting to be on. But anyways, back to the game. Arsenal, they start well. Declan Rice had a brilliant chance that I feel like he should have scored. He should have put that away. But regardless of that, Arsenal kept pressing and they kept going. And Tottenham just didn't look like they turned up. Like, were they there? They were not on the pitch. They did not come to play. Like, it was just a horrific setup. They looked like how they looked when they played against Chelsea. And that game was horrific to watch. Like, nothing happened. And that was the same in the sense of this game on Tottenham's side. Like, nothing happened. They didn't do anything. Frank got it all wrong, to be honest. I don't feel like... If you're going to set up defensively, then you need to do it in the way that Sunderland does it. You need to do it in the way that... Who else sets up defensively really good from the top of my head? Like a Brighton. Do you know what I mean? You can't set up defensively and then do that. It was so ugly. That is what you call ugly football. I remember some people were saying Arsenal's football was ugly. No. That's what you call ugly football. What Tottenham played, how Tottenham set themselves up, that is ugly football. But yeah, they got it completely wrong. And it's just annoying that, Arsenal were unable to keep a clean sheet because, yes, I know it was, what's his name, Zubimendi that made the mistake. But Raya, come on, how many times are we going to actually talk about him being off his line? But anyways, we're not going to focus on the negatives. Let's actually get into it. So, Trossard, my guy, you already know. I spoke about him on the last episode and probably the episode before that. Like, I'm just genuinely impressed with him. Like, I'm so happy that we kept him and that Arteta didn't listen to the fans that were wanting him out. Like, he was amazing. Like, the touch, the spin for the goal, like, obviously it took a deflection, but come on, it was classy, it was sexy. And that pass for Marino, shout out Marino. Like, honestly, I literally made an FPL video and I said to transfer him in and to transfer, I can't remember who else. But shout out to the person that actually commented on my FPL video and said they were they were banking on Eze, because boy oh boy did their FPL eat, because child. But anyways, yeah, that first goal was absolutely class. The pass, the finish, everything was just sublime. And yeah, Trossard has been a real key player for us. And then who other than Eze, the boy, God's kid? Like, he just comes through with a sexy hat-trick. And I'll be honest, the third goal was the best one for me. It's either that or the first. I can't decide, but I'm just so happy for him and pleased with him, because there were Arsenal fans that were kind of questioning his ability to play for Arsenal, and some fans are just very reactionary. You just have to kind of ignore them type of people. But yeah, it's so nice to see him get a hat-trick, something that he prayed for, and it's just nice to see him mentioning God and an example of God's testimony working at its finest, at its best. Like, wow, you just have to appreciate God and be thankful. And it's so nice to see that. So yeah, there is some kind of like debate as to whether Eze's goal was offside or not. I touched upon this on some other episodes. I thought Liverpool's goal against City was onside. And this one to me is onside. I'm not really about all of this blocking the keeper's vision. It's just nonsense to me. Like, I don't rate it. Like, I don't know. I feel like this is just something that the Premier League or the media outlets it's just another thing for them to debate about, another thing on their list, another thing for them to talk about, because they're running out of things to mention when it comes to PGMOL and VAR. So this is probably just the talk of the town, and it will surpass. But yeah, I don't know why there's this whole focus of this offside thing. As I said before, I thought Liverpool's goal was a goal, even though I did think, even if that goal stood, I still don't think Liverpool won that game against City. But anyways, Liverpool's goal should have stood, and Eze's goal rightfully should have stood as well, and it did. So can't really complain there. But yeah, it was really, really good. Like, I wasn't worried for a second. The atmosphere in the stadium was amazing. The display, the fireworks, like the chants. Oh my God. Who made that chants? One call from Mikel Arteta. He said, wow, fuck off Tottenham, I'm a gooner now. Nah, you just have to... Let's even win it back. I can't remember the full song though. It's something. One call from Arteta. He said, wow, fuck off Tottenham, I'm a gooner now. Hey, I wish I was there in the stadium, because the scenes. But yeah, I'm so proud of Arsenal. Another North London derby, another Arsenal win. And yeah, it was lovely to see, like, the passion from all of the players. Like, the players are genuinely fans. Like, even Gabriel celebrating with Odegaard. Like, you can tell that they actually, you know, love the club. And that's what you want. You want players that actually genuinely want to be there and like being there and love playing for the club. And that's exactly what it gives. And so, yeah, even Rice, what a guy. Declan bloody Rice. Shout out Odumodu Black for that song called Declan Rice, because he ate with that. Like, Declan Rice is sublime. I'm sure I saw a stat where it said that he has generated the most attacking returns for an Arsenal player. Don't quote me word for word, but I'm pretty positive that I saw that, and I'm not shocked at all. Like, Declan Rice has been amazing. I really, really want him to be our captain. I just feel like he oozes captain energy, and yeah, it was just a lovely performance. And I, of course, remember guys, last episode I spanked Richarlison and I told him to stop fucking taking his top off. It's so nice to see that last week I was the one flogging Richarlison, not knowing that this week the Arsenal players were going to come and back it up and flog him again. They're going to flog him on the pitch, and they flogged him on social media. Saliba flogged him on the pitch, then he flogged him on social media with that post. Shout out Saliba. Then Gabriel flogged him on social media with that post as well. I think he even tagged them. Like, come on. Y'all know what the fuck going on. This is Arsenal, bitch. Y'all know what Tottenham fans take a fucking sip. Arsenal fans sip in celebration because, you know, we're lit and we're wavy. But, you know, with the 4-4-2. But yeah, what's the score? Still 2-0. We're going to come on to that. Chelsea. But yeah, what a beautiful hat-trick from Eze, man. I'm genuinely so happy for the club. But we've got to move on, and we're on to bigger things. We've got Bayern tomorrow. You can already see in the back that Chelsea are winning their game against Barcelona. Barcelona just haven't turned up. They've got a red card, and it's just looking real steep. But yeah, Arsenal's game against Bayern tomorrow. To be honest, I'm not really completely fussed with that game. I am more focused on Arsenal's game against Chelsea. I feel like Arsenal need that win against Chelsea. And I'll be real, Arsenal need to spank Chelsea. I need it. Like, I need it injected in my veins. I don't want to hear nothing else but an Arsenal win, an Arsenal W against Chelsea. If they don't, I'm going to be very disappointed. I don't care if we're at Stamford Bridge or we're at home. The job needs to be done, and it will be. It needs to be. But yeah, so Arsenal are 6 points clear from, well, they're 6 points clear at the top. I think Chelsea are in second. Are Chelsea in the title race? Obviously, Chelsea are another team that didn't get an L this Premier League weekend, but I feel like their L is coming. Slowly. Do I think Chelsea are in the title race? No, I don't think they are. Don't get me wrong, they're in a good side. And when I say they're not in the title race, I don't mean that they're not going to get top four. I feel like they're very good. They're in good contention to get top four, and I do think that they will get top four. But I just feel as though in terms of the title race, Not really. I do believe that, Chelsea, it gives kind of what they did last season. Last season they were actually good. They won a couple games, but then they were inconsistent and then they lost a couple games. I do feel as though that's what's going to happen with Chelsea. Probably around February, March, they'll probably start to lose some games. And all it takes is an injury to either Enzo, Neto, Caicedo, even Cucurella, and, it could all start to fall apart. One thing, I think the difference with Arsenal is you're starting to see the fact that, they are missing some players still, but they are still able to turn up and win and get the result that they need. And that's because they built up, a fantastic squad. And the level of squad depth is, shout out to Mikel Arteta for that. But anyways, yeah, so City, wow, Newcastle, you've rocked my world. You've actually rocked my world. Like, what a game that was. Honestly, City dropping points against Newcastle was music to my ears. And you know what it is? You can tell Pep was fuming because those are the types of games that you need to win if you're actually going to be title contenders. I think the difference for me with Arsenal this season is the fact that they actually did go to St. James's Park and they got the win. That for me was when I knew, okay, wow, something's a bit different this season because, previous seasons we would have drawn the game, we would have lost the game, but we didn't, we won. But in contrast, City actually lost. And I feel like that's something that Arsenal would have done last season. I still think City are in the title race. As, the league's not done. Like, nobody wins a league in November. They don't win it in December, nor do they win it in January. The league is won in May. And there's still all points to play for. As you can see, Arsenal are only 6 points. 6 points is not that much. It's literally only 2 games, 2 hiccups, 2 VAR decisions, 2 wrongful PGMOL decisions, and it can all go tits up. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, 6 points is not that much, but we look different. We look more confident. We look like we've been here before. Before it was more like, Arsenal didn't really have the experience. They were babies in this and whatnot. But yeah, that's what it's given. So it was nice to see Newcastle hand out City the L. I'm not gonna lie, that was a beautiful hate watch. Chelsea have scored again. Oh wow, they're actually really, really spanking Barcelona. But you know what? That's gonna make a great, great London derby on Sunday, and we will be there. We will absolutely be there. Like, come on. So yeah, City, they're just inconsistent. They're just, it's not really given. But anyways, back to Liverpool. Liverpool. Whew, where is it actually all going wrong for Liverpool? Honestly, do you know what? I know where it is going wrong. Slot won the Premier League off of Klopp's team. And when Slot has actually now had the opportunity to make the changes that he wanted to make the transfers he wanted to make, it's not banging. Like, the squad isn't gelling. They look like they don't know each other from Adam. They're thinking, who the fuck is you? I don't know, nigga. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's really not given for Liverpool this season. And Isak, wow, I don't know what's going on there, but that is a big, big shock to me. I actually thought that Isak was going to be a real good signing for Liverpool. And it just hasn't worked out. And Newcastle are literally having the last laugh. Like, Voltemade should have had like 3 goals against City. But Donnarumma, oh God, that Donnarumma guy is going to be a pain in the arse this season. But yeah, Newcastle look like they're living La Vida Loca without Isak. And I can't lie, shout out to Newcastle fans because they were really, really worried. They were upset during the summer transfer window. And look at them now. They're just not really caring about Isak. And Isak is flopping at Liverpool. So yeah, I do prefer Ekitike. I think Slot is getting it wrong with the lineup. He needs to be playing Ekitike. Ekitike looks way suited. Oh, the goal stood. Ekitike looked way suited to Liverpool. Like, he looks like a Liverpool player. He just, I don't know, he gelled well with the team. But at the same time, I feel like Slot is trying to save face with that Isak signing because it's like, you can't have broken the British transfer record and not start that player. So he's been in that predicament because deep down, you know truly that Ekitike needs to be starting. But it's just, it's too political to not be starting somebody where you spent a lot on. Do you know what I mean? So I completely get that. Are Liverpool out of the title race? They are out of the title race in my opinion. They just don't look all the way there. It's not working out. Their team haven't gelled. They don't look like they've really settled. The balance of the team is just incorrect. City are more in a title race with Arsenal, in my opinion. Chelsea are in more of a title race with Arsenal and City than Liverpool are, in my opinion. Liverpool just... It's 3-0 to Nottingham Forest at home. I mean, if you're competing for the title, things like that just don't happen. They honestly don't. And so, yeah, it's not looking good for Liverpool, but y'all better take a sip. I don't give a heck. That's music to my ears. That is music to my ears, honestly. But yeah, what's next is I am going to be really, really looking forward to the London derby on Sunday. I'm also going to be looking forward to the Bayern game. Don't get me wrong. I would take a draw, would love a win, of course, but I wouldn't be like, my sole focus wouldn't be that game. I think Arsenal need to focus on the London derby, particularly because it's just like, you can't let Chelsea, it's 1 versus 2 right now. Even though that might change in the future, in the next few games, right now it is 1st versus 2nd. And Arsenal need to solidify their run, their form, and solidify the point that Chelsea, you're not dogs in this race. Do you know what I mean? And Arsenal, you actually can't let me eat my words because I've got a spot right here waiting for one of my dogs for when or if Arsenal do the deed against Chelsea on Sunday. But yeah, do you know what's crazy? I don't know where Odegaard is gonna fit in this team. Don't shoot me. I don't know where he's gonna fit because Eze is not a winger. He's a number 10. He belongs in the midfield, and he showed that in the London derby, in the North London derby last week. And it's like, Odegaard, where are you going to play? Because I don't want Eze on the wing. He's not, no. He needs to be in the centre. And it's actually crazy the amount of depth that we've got. And it's just like, like a few seasons ago, we couldn't even dream or even imagine saying Odegaard's not going to play. Do you know what I mean? But Eze's come through and he looks like a natural number 10. Like, when I say it was written, it was written. Even that interview that he done with Ian Wright, where Ian Wright said, you've got to score in the North London derby. If you do that, they're going to love you forever. And it's like, it's testimony, man. It's written. Like, you know when something's just destiny? That was it. And I just love that for him, like, honestly. So, yeah, Arsenal all focus on the London derby against Chelsea. I'm going to need a good spanking. I am picturing maybe 2-1 Arsenal. Yeah, and obviously Arsenal have got Bayern tomorrow. So let's see how we do with that. But again, as I just said, I feel like Arsenal need to really, really focus on the London derby. If we get the win against Bayern, I'm not mad at it. Bayern are, a very, very good team. But it's going to be interesting because look, Chelsea beaten Barcelona. Will Arsenal beat Bayern? And it's like, ooh, both teams are, getting the work in, getting the exercise in, keeping fit, making sure that they're continuing, their form. So who's going to be the one to drop points? Let's find out. But I kid you not, it fucking better not be Arsenal. But anyways, what a lovely buzzball this was, I'm not going to lie. Too easy for Eze. Way too fucking easy for Eze. So, Arsenal fans, Eze, you can take a sip in celebration. Richarlison, you can take another sip because you are a damn mess. Like, Saliba schooled you in that Instagram post. You've been schooled. Sexy goal though. Very, very good goal. Probably one of the goals of the season, but it don't really count. Like, nobody cares because it's like 4-1. Arsenal should have... It was even given 6-0. It was given 6-0 until, you know, Zubimendi and Raya, the clowns, I'm joking, I love you both, did what they did. But anyways, Arsenal fans, you can take a sip, but in celebration for, you know, being the kings of North London, for making North London forever red. Do you know what I mean? And so here's to another game week. We pray that Arsenal do the deed against Chelsea and, of course, Bayern Munich. And for all the losers, Man United, how can I forget about them? Man U blood United, 10-man Everton, they can't do it. Them can't do it. I don't even know what to say, because it's like, what did United do for that whole game? What did they do? But anyways, when Mbeumo leaves for AFCON, United are in severe danger, and I'm actually going to be very, very worried for them. What can they do? Amorim refuses to change his style of play, and at this point it's just like, you got to put it in God's hands. But yeah, so for the losers this game week, so that's Liverpool fans, City fans, Spurs fans, and of course United fans, y'all gotta take a sip and let this sip go straight to the dome and just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. But anyways, cheers guys. Looking forward to another game week. Cheers.